How's it going, guys? My name is Phil. Welcome to the TwoPennyGames Piggy Bank.
Piggy Bank.
Your favorite casual gaming podcast with buds. As I said, I'm Phil, host for the show. With the name so nice, I had to say it twice. To my left here, the people who kidnapped me and left me in this apartment brought me here against my will. We have Tavin Bothel.
Hello. What's spotting players?
All right. And across the table from him, we have Connor Elliott.
The certified badass of the group.
Certified lover boy, certified other word.
That's you.
You know? Whoa! Whoa!
Yeah. Certified alligator, certified crocodile.
Oh, thank God. I've always liked crocodiles more than alligators because when I was a kid, they had C at the beginning of their name rather than A.
Connor.
Okay, all right, valid. All right, okay. I was sitting here, I was like, who the fuck thinks about this?
I was very happy to know that like crocodiles, by every metric, are stronger and more dangerous than alligators. Yeah. So I was very happy when I was a kid.
I mean, I'm not trying to mess with a gator regardless, but yeah, crocodile, evil.
You could fight an alligator. You could fight an alligator. You could.
Yeah.
Crocodile, though? No.
Crocodiles are definitely more angry.
Yeah.
I mean, generally, like, humans can fight alligators, but Tavin is dying no matter what.
Dude, I saw an old man fight against an alligator that was like clamping down on the leg of his like small chihuahua-like dog, and he did it successfully. Beat the shit out of that thing.
You know, it's like super hard for them to like open up their mouths.
Yes.
So that's why when you have it closed and you can hold it closed, you can very easily hold it closed. But they're like super strong chomping down, but they're super weak opening.
Saltwater crocodiles specifically, who have the strongest.
That's why you jump on the back and hug the mouth.
Yes.
This is the way to beat it. All right.
Large clamping power.
Then you have another friend just stomping on its head.
Yeah. Absolutely true.
Yeah. Okay.
Take out the eyes, that'll help too.
That's with everything.
Probably get away then. Get away pretty easy.
Well, then when you run away, you have to run zigzag.
You can't do that.
Yeah, because they have great straight line speed, but they're very hard to track people when they're doing zigzags. Yeah.
Oh, it's like the opposite of a snake.
Yeah.
Interesting.
They go fast. Crocodile, like in short distances, but like crocodiles and alligators, they can catch up to you. You're not careful.
A lot of quick alligator and crocodile facts here.
A lot. This is not why we're here. Why are we here, Phil?
We're here to talk about video games because that's what we do. We talk about video games, talk about what we've been playing, we talk about what we look forward to playing, different things going on in the gaming world. We sometimes play mini games here on the show where we compete against each other. We're doing something a little different today. I believe over the last week or so, IGN has been putting out their top 100 PlayStation games of all time. Am I wrong? When did they start putting this out?
It was a week or two ago. It might have been 2 weeks ago. They've been doing it 20 at a time. So they've been releasing over the last like week or two and so forth. And I've been like kind of following it as they've been posting it, just like kind of like skimming through it or whatever, not really paying attention. And from what I've seen, oh boy, this is a list. Mm-hmm. Yeah. This is a list.
So that is kind of the main discussion topic for this episode. But before we dive into that, I want to know, been playing anything fun recently? I certainly haven't because I've been busy as fuck.
I mean, no, you've been playing something super fun.
Well,
Phil.
Aside from Metal Gear Solid 2,
we've been
Sons
playing
of Liberty.
Metal Gear Solid 2, Sons of Liberty, which is now up on the channel now. Full review for it. Game Club review. We rank it amongst the other games that we played in the series. Our monthly video game book club. Please go check it out because it was a very long discussion. I have no idea how long we went, but we went a long time.
We had to break up the recording a few times because we had some technical difficulties.
We've had a lot of technical difficulties, and I'll also go ahead and get in front of it now. Partly because of the technical difficulties, partly because Tavin's a little lazy and didn't want to do all the setup. Who knows? Could be either. It's technical difficulty, sure. But you're going to see some assets that don't match the color scheme of the Piggy Bank. That's because we have to play in the TwoPennyGames model today, and it is what it is. That was me checking to make sure Connor's camera's still working.
There we go. There you go.
So, anyways, IGN has been doing.
I was gonna.
Oh, I'm sorry. We're still talking about video games. I apologize.
You mentioned that we had that review. But we didn't say where it was. We said I was about to say it's youtube.com/@TwoPennyGames, where of course you can catch this show on Saturdays, 8 a.m. Central Time. Every Saturday we post this video, or want to come tune in live over on twitch.tv/2pennygames. Catch us every Monday evening Central Time.
Until Streamlabs keeps fucking up and Tavin gets so annoyed that he stops streaming.
Well, we're actually not streaming. But anyway,
that was my point. Is Tavin got frustrated with Streamlabs, so we're not streaming anymore.
There we go. Now, like we said, we were still talking about what we've been playing. I don't know if y'all have been playing anything other than Metal Gear. That's all I really have had time to play, and that's I played Metal Gear in 2 play sessions.
Yeah,
so
great.
I had two opportunities to sit down and grab a controller.
I've been playing a lot of Metal Gear Solid 2, even past my own playthrough. Been doing VR missions, Snake Tales, replaying the game, et cetera, trying to work on that platinum. It's within my grasp.
Very nice.
You're
also very excited about the Sly Cooper games coming out.
Yes. Oh my god, I'm so excited. December 10th. Can't wait. 2 and 3. They gave me both of them.
Just over a week.
Oh my god, I'm so excited. It's going to be a great time. Tavin's going to get 4 fucking Sly Cooper platinums. Mm-hmm. It's going to be my most platinum franchise.
Yeah.
But Phil, I caved.
Caved?
For a long time.
Oh, I know what you caved.
I've been at the beginning of the year I was playing Balatro. I was playing it on my PlayStation. I was enjoying my time on my PlayStation.
Yeah.
I never thought that I was ever going to get the platinum for that game.
Sure.
But like there's always the part of your brain that romanticizes the idea, that fantasizes about getting the platinum trophy, right? But that's a game very hard to get that platinum trophy.
That's one where I've completely, it's a foregone conclusion. I'm not getting that platinum.
And you know what? I finally caved on that one and I said, you know what? I want to play Balatro. I don't always want to be home because when I'm on my console, I want to play full AAA console quality games. So I bought and downloaded Balatro on my phone. And I'll be honest, it might be better on the phone.
It absolutely is.
It might be better.
I've been evangelizing this fact since the game came out on mobile.
My only issue with it is the text is too small, and there's a lot of stuff on the screen at once for it to be on a screen of this size.
I haven't had that issue.
Other
than sure, you can like kind of look at the cards exactly like what is being said. Mm-hmm. You can like kind of.
I've also find it confusing, like tapping on a card versus holding on a card to get the details and stuff like that.
Gotcha. Also, I'm sorry not to derail the Balatro conversation. I do want to hear what you have to say because you sound like you're about to chime in. I guess it's not entirely true that I haven't been playing games other than that because I've been playing a lot of Pokemon TCG Pocket.
Awesome.
Yes.
I want to hear more about what you have to say for Balatro first. On the phone.
Oh, not me.
Yeah, he's got nothing to say.
Oh,
on Balatro, I don't.
Yeah.
My game that I've been playing.
All right, well, let me finish Balatro first.
Hold on. I thought you had something interesting.
Let's finish let's finish a beat and then we can get to the next beat.
I thought he had something to add. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, Connor having something to add? Never. It's fucking guy.
Fair enough.
I was about to make fun of you for not making a video, but you've also been doing a lot of you do a lot of pre-production work now with the Gamescast. So now I don't feel like making fun of you anymore. I appreciate it.
It's just me.
Yeah, no, you're just lazy. No, that's an inside. Don't worry about it. Balatro, fucking fun, addicting as shit. Re-addicted so quick. Playing with the green deck this time. Didn't do a lot of green deck play.
I played it a couple times on console. I have yet to touch it on
You make
mobile, though.
fucking bank on that green deck because it gives you, what it does is at the end of a match, every hand, every playable hand you still have, it gives you $2. And every discard you still have, it gives you $1. So if you beat a hand, or if you beat a match in one hand, you're fucking cashing out like $20, right there.
Ante, right?
Huh?
An ante, right?
No, like individual.
Oh, blind. A blind. You beat a
blind. Yeah. The small blind, medium blind, large blind. Yeah.
Beat a blind.
Or small, large boss. Yeah. When you beat a blind, it gives you money based on that. So I'm just it's a build where you just run the gambit on the shop and you're just constantly spending money and buying things and swapping out cards and so forth.
They do say you have to spend money to make money.
Yeah. I've yet to beat a run. I've yet to do that, but I've only done that. I only did that like 2 or 3 times on console. I find it very hard to beat runs in Balatro.
Really?
Maybe I'm just bad, but I feel like I'm just not getting good enough cards. Maybe it's my play style or something. I don't know.
Interestingly enough, I think my first run, or maybe not my first, but in my first 3 runs on mobile, I beat the boss blind. Like the final, like the last 8th anti-boss blind.
That's crazy. Yeah.
I know.
So I got to hold on because now I'm re-obsessed and
I just got really lucky jokers and a really lucky build and
this game is such a smartly designed game. It's a really, really good fucking video game.
If I can spoil a little bit my predictions for the Game Awards for a moment. I think it'll win Best Indie. I think Animal Well gets Best Debut Indie, and I think Balatro gets Best Mobile Game.
Maybe.
Reasonable.
We'll see.
That's my hopes.
I was hoping that I'd be able to move Balatro up in my personal top 10 list of the year, but I just can't do it.
I did move it after it came out on mobile. I moved it up.
Yeah, I would like to, but the games that are above it right now deserve to be above. They are that good.
I've heard there are some conversations about the community game of the year that the Game of the Year awards does, and people are saying Balatro has a really strong chance of winning. That'd be interesting.
We'll see. That one is legit. Like it's up to the internet entirely, so it's 100%. That one's probably going to be Black Myth Wukong or something.
Might
like
be
that, Which I also have been appreciating ever since the nominations came out. Black Myth Wukong, the conversation becoming, all right, guys, this is good, but it's not that good.
Right?
Like,
yeah.
why is it in this conversation?
It's like looking back at my feelings on the review, and they just very much shifted to the point where like I could live never touch it.
It's a fine game. Or, I mean, I don't know, because I've never touched it. But I imagine it does live in that same Stellar Blade, what's the other one? Rise of the Ronin.
Yeah.
Area. Arguably the best of those three. I would say Stellar Blade probably has a pretty good shot of being better, too.
I think of those three, it probably is Black Myth Wukong.
Okay.
I've only touched Stellar Blade. The one before that, like the one that I've put more time in, those two between Rise of the Ronin and Stellar Blade. But it wasn't like when I fell off of Rise of the Ronin, I realized, hey, I'm never touching this game again.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I was not crazy about Stellar Blade from the beginning.
Stellar Blade is a tricky one. It takes a second for it to like start showing its hand and getting good.
I don't think I got there.
I think Stellar Blade arguably has the best combat of the year. Arguably, it doesn't, but it arguably does.
You're a big Star Wars Outlaws fan too.
Oh yeah, that what a game that game is. The problem with Stellar Blade is the rest of the game around it. Like combat, solid, real fun. But why is it open world? Why does the design look like shit? The story is who cares? Yeah, it's just not a very other than the one thing that it does really good, it's just a meh game. Connor, what have you been playing?
Well, aside from Metal Gear Solid 2, I jumped back into a comfort game of mine.
Ooh.
Warhammer Vermintide 2. Because what they did recently is
play Prince of Persia, you fuck.
I will, but not yet. I didn't play it like so much. I played it enough to say that they added a new mode. It's a multiplayer mode where the whole entire Vermintide 2, for those that don't know, is a Left 4 Dead-like game. Instead, it takes place in the Warhammer universe, and you fight against rats and Northmen, but rats, they're the main thing. And the multiplayer mode that was added makes it to where it's the missions that are in the base game, but its multiplayer function is that one group plays as the heroes, the main characters, the others as the rats. And the goal is, it's separated into rounds, and each round is trying to get to a certain point within a mission, and the job of the rats are to stop them from getting as far as they possibly can. And so, each round alternates on the same part of the level, from one team playing as the rats to them playing as the heroes, and vice versa. And the group that overall gains points by going the farthest in each of these rounds wins. And it's so fucking fun. It adds this whole level of cooperation where you're like, okay, we're the rats. We're going to try and do as much damage as possible with the classes, because it randomly allows you to access certain special enemy units within the rat faction. And it randomly gives you options each time you die, and you die very, very quickly. And so you got to use line of sight to try and get as much damage out as possible, and then retreat. That is if you're playing a ranged weapon. Get in and out quickly if you're like an assassin type character. And it's so fun to just coordinate with your team about how best to take out the enemy as quickly as possible.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Now correct me if I'm wrong, Connor, but the rats, they prey at night, they stalk at night.
Oh, and
they're the rats?
They are the rats. And there's the giant rat
who makes all of the rules.
And he's behind the scenes pushing you to break all the rules.
To see what kind of trouble you can get yourselves into.
You get into trouble. You get into lots of trouble with your friends.
On another note, Marvel Rivals comes out Thursday night / Friday.
Is it pure PC?
No, it's on PlayStation.
Okay.
I hope that game fucking fails so I can
I'll
jerk
need to-
off to all
Jesus
the
Christ.
Marvel
It's fucked
fans
up,
that are going to
dude.
be losing out on fun.
What about
Also,
the Overwatch fans?
Squirrel Girl in that game? Oh my god.
I'm going to be jerking off to that one too.
All
I tell
right,
you.
all right. We could handle some of this with some class, Connor.
Yeah, honestly.
That
That cinematic trailer was really good.
I didn't watch it.
You know what? I sent it to the chat.
I
You
know.
didn't watch it?
I haven't.
So you sent it, but you didn't watch it?
I sent it.
Oh, you sent it.
I sent it.
What is our? I want to play it, at least check it out.
Oh, absolutely, I do.
Yeah, probably that day. I do work Thursday, but I don't close, so I will be available Thursday night if we want to jump in Thursday night.
I will be available Thursday night. I don't know for how long because I don't know what time I work the next day.
Okay. Yeah, I work the next day, but I work the night shift, and I close the night shift.
Yeah.
So I can play all day.
There is
Friday.
potential for me also closing
Yeah.
on Friday. That's usually my jam. Sometimes I'll be a mid, like going in at like 2 o'clock.
We might do like an 11 to 2 a.m.
We
and
might
then
run some late night, late
maybe,
Thursday
maybe
night
do like a noon to 3
Marvel
or 4.
Rivals. Might do some late night Marvel Rivals.
Might do some late night Marvel Rivals. What are you doing, Connor?
Is it free?
I think so.
I think it is.
All the heroes are available though, so it might be a buy game. Let me look. Oh look.
We'll do some research.
But Phil, talk to me about Pokemon.
Oh yeah, so Pokemon TCG Pocket, of course, been out since I believe the 29th of October. A little bit over a month at this point. This game,
The game will be free to play.
nice. Marvel Rivals free to play. Yeah, so Pokemon TCG Pocket is really, really fucking good. To the point where I was questioning whether or
And
not
it will have crossplay.
I would put it on my top 10 list. I've decided to not put it on my top 10 list. However, it will be an honorable mention, so get ready for that.
Why not a top 10er?
Just because I already have another Pokemon game that I want to talk about in my top 10 game that I haven't talked to you guys about, but it's one that I played months ago and I've revisited a couple times and it's super, super fun. I might have talked about it on a podcast at some point.
Pokemon game out
Yes,
this year?
meet and fuck Pokemon.
All right.
No. Called Poke Rogue.
Hmm.
Poke Rogue, and it's a roguelike Pokemon game. It's really, really good.
Okay.
It's a browser game, believe it or not.
I can believe it.
Yep.
I've never heard of it.
I can believe it.
But no, so I have since, in my playing of TCG Pocket, I have collected every single card in the, I believe it's, what the fuck is the name of the expansion?
Super Duper Friends expansion.
No.
What are they called? The Gen 3 expansion.
You didn't know that, you fucking loser.
Genetic Apex.
All right, I was close.
No, you weren't.
You were not.
I mean, I was, but I wasn't.
No, you weren't.
Started with Gen.
Oh, okay. Genetic Apex. I've gotten all 226 cards out of this expansion, and a very sizable amount of the hidden cards in the expansion, along with almost all of the promo pack cards. I believe there are 20 or so promo pack cards, if not a little bit more. I think there's like 26 of those. But yeah, this game is really good. It's a simplified version of the trading card game that exists in real life. To my knowledge, almost all of the cards in this game are actual cards, except for like there are some like immersive art cards where like you hold down and you see a cutscene of like all the art that's around the actual card art.
Yeah.
It's really, really good. I have kind of a weird complaint for a Pokemon game, and that's that the music isn't very good.
Oh,
Yeah, it's really strange.
that's tough.
Especially like the battle music, and like battle music is like one of the most iconic parts
that
of
needs
Pokemon
to be good.
games, and it's not very good.
That sucks.
It's not terrible,
Uh.
but it's not to the same. It's not in the same echelon of a Pokemon battle music.
What I've heard about Pokemon TCG is that it's a great like collectathon game, not a great like gameplay game. Like the battles are kind of like whatever.
I mean, the battles are very much like once you're pretty sure it's going to go one way, it's probably going to end that way.
Yeah.
Like so the way the type advantages work, if you're matched up against a person that has like a very, like, let's say you're playing a fire deck and you're going up against a water deck, it's extremely hard to beat a meta water deck with a meta fire deck. It's still possible, but I think 9 times out of 10 you're going to lose that fight.
Interesting.
And I have like, there's a lot of fun in building these decks and like kind of finding the meta and like, oh, the synergy between cards
Yeah.
and what cards work well with certain types of decks. And it's really enjoyable to kind of like deck build. I wish it was a little more in depth and it wasn't as simplified. Like it was more of a, because in regular Pokemon like TCG, I'm not familiar. I haven't played that game since I was like 8 or 9. But I'm pretty sure it's like 40 cards, 50 cards in your deck. This one is limited to 20 cards.
Oh.
And so it's like quick battles. No battle's going to last longer than like 10, 15 minutes.
Oh, okay.
And even then that's on the high side.
Yeah.
Well, in that case, I wonder if it would inspire you, Phil, to play another card game that is kind of the inverse, where like the Collectathon, it's just impossible to.
Not playing Marvel Snap.
You should play Marvel Snap. Marvel Snap's fucking good.
This game,
Fucking
this
good.
is what I want.
The hype around Pokemon has been so high on that, like, and that idea scratches a itch because I love card games. Like I loved Gwent. I loved
Cool.
what is the one in Final Fantasy?
Queen's Blood.
Queen's Blood. Loved
Yeah.
Queen's Blood. I've been itching for something more consistent. I've been thinking about going back to Marvel Snap.
I would be very interested to hear your opinion on Pokemon Pocket.
Yeah, I just think.
It's free. You get a free card.
Yeah.
You get 2 free card packs every day.
Yeah, I just kind of feel like Pokemon's at this place where like there's so much buy-in and so much nostalgia and stuff that like because I'm not a little kid, it's hard for me to get into it.
Fair.
Um,
There's such a huge dopamine hit, which like now having collected almost every single card in the game,
Yeah.
like whenever you see that new card show up in the pack, it's like, oh,
yeah, and this is my thing is like, yeah, sure, it'd be cool to collect a new card and have a new card and just collect random things, but to me, all the Pokemon would be neutral. So it'd be I wouldn't get excited at a Venusaur, or I wouldn't get excited when I pick up a Charizard, right? Whereas like Marvel Snap, it's like, oh shit, Gamora, nice. Like
they're sorry not to like cut you off.
No, yeah.
I was gonna get into they're doing a really good job as far as like this the kind of like calendar. They're like kind of working their way of like how they're sorry, what's the word? Their roadmap for this game. It's really good. Like they within the first month they had I think 2 different events. One for like solo battling to get all these other promo cards, and one for sorry, there's more than 2. There was one that was like getting these special. There's like a special mechanic in this that's called wonder picking. Yeah, wonder picking, where you can essentially piggyback off of somebody else's card pack opening, and you have a 1 in 5 chance of getting one of these cards from another person's pack that they just opened. Like if you're missing a card from a set, or you're trying to build this deck that requires this one card, you can look at your wonder picks and see people that are either on your friends list or like people throughout the world that opened a certain card pack, and it's like, oh, I can try for this card real quick. So you spend a little token that replenishes over time to take a card from this pack, and it's a 1 in 5 chance. Like I said, it's like, oh sweet, and it's just another one of those moments of dopamine. It's like, oh, I got the card I wanted. And it's really good. There's that solo battling one that I mentioned to get more of like the promo cards, to get different cards for your decks. And there was a actual like versus multiplayer battle event where you can like a special emblem for having getting a certain amount of wins. Like you get a special little thing on your player card, and it's
So Phil,
yes.
they say they're like when it comes to alcoholics,
Go ahead.
it doesn't matter. It
Go
doesn't
on.
matter.
okay, now you have my attention now.
Go on. Continue.
It's kind of almost a disease.
Uh-huh.
It's something that people are more susceptible to it. Like if their parents were, their families were.
Right,
It's the
right.
general thing, right? Keep that in mind, because I think, Phil, you have that same exact thing, but for gotcha games. Be careful. If you can, I feel like you might fall down the gotcha hole very easily. So if you ever play a game with that element to it, just be careful.
Have
Responsible.
I gotten through this game without spending money? Oh.
I think I see where you're going with this, Connor. I understand. I would agree with you if we were talking to a pre-2020 Phil. Post-2020 Phil, he likes to play video games now.
See, they say that with alcoholism, you never actually get over it. It's always a disease. It's a sickness.
Uphill battle.
Yes.
Every day.
So no matter how far you might
We
be
should
away
get
from
into
it,
our main topic.
you might be susceptible. I'm just saying, a warning. I love you, Phil.
We
It's a warning.
mentioned at the top of the show, IGN put out a top 100 games list. So we're going to talk about it.
We are, indeed. I'm going to try and pull it up here. It's not, though, which is fucking awesome. I love that. I don't want that. I do. If I do this. Okay, yeah, that breaks that. So if I do this, it fixes that. Lovely. Don't you love technology?
We're there.
So we are at IGN's The 100 Best PlayStation Games of All Time. Gentlemen, have you seen any of this list?
Yes.
Whatever little video blurb was on there, I saw like
The first, like, 4 or 5?
like 2 games.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Come on, what are you doing?
Go off my head.
Okay.
I was doing this. I saw the first game. I saw some other ones, but I can't remember their position.
The first game being
The very first, like, number 1 spot.
number 1 spot. That's what I was looking for, because that's not the first game.
That's not
The
the
first
first
game is
game, yeah,
number
but-
100, so I was making sure we were on the same page. So this is I've seen sporadic moments of this list. I was casually seeing it as they were unveiling it 20 at a time on social media and so forth. I've got a decent remembrance of what the top 20 are, but my impressions of what I've seen from this list, not positive. So we're going to go through this list bit by bit. It's important to note that they did write a little blurb, and they said, over its 30-year history, it's fair to say a lot of games have graced PlayStation across the generations of consoles, 2 handhelds, and toes dipped into VR waters. There's a lot of blah, 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 blah. These, we put our heads together to narrow it down to the top 100 of all time. These aren't necessarily the best games to play right now, but ones that have cemented their legacy in PlayStation lore and paved the way for what was to come.
So, off what I know of the first game is, there's games that do
Everything
that
that's an Astrobot, basically.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm sorry, I cut you
Is
off.
there? Sorry, I don't want to. Titanfall Revelation and Astrobot.
No.
All right.
What games do you see when you close your eyes and hear the word PlayStation? While we've got a good amount of exclusives on this list, we of course have to include a few. Here, let me put this over here. Switch these.
As you're going through that, I'm gonna go ahead and just rail off some stuff that I think of when I close my eyes and think PlayStation.
Right.
Pretty much anything off of PlayStation All Stars Battle Royale, right?
Sure.
Any of those. You got Ratchet and Clank,
Uh-huh.
Jack and Daxter,
Uh-huh.
Sly Cooper,
DMC,
DMC,
DMC.
bad one.
yeah,
Metal Gear.
Metal Gear, yeah, of course. You've got
Final Fantasy.
Final Fantasy, yep. I was just
Yeah.
cutting me up. Crash Bandicoot, Spyro.
Yeah.
Not necessarily in PlayStation All Stars, but things I think about whenever I think
License.
PlayStation All Stars. Yeah.
I mean, those are ones that those are the franchises. I'm sure we're going to see representation of those things
Yeah.
here.
Where are they going to place?
Find out.
What game? We've got a good amount. We also have to include a few multi-platform classics as well. I'm not mad at that idea. Our rule of thumb for those if you win what
Is
if
when you think of
is
that
if
game.
you think of that game. That's poorly written, right? I'm not crazy.
I
is
missed
if when you think of that game, do you see a PlayStation banner at the top of the box? If so, it qualifies here. By that singular qualification, there's some shit I'm going to be mad about. I already know. Number 100, Ape Escape. If you want, I should probably be higher.
I agree that it would be higher, but this being this high, or this low rather, makes me think that they have other Ape Escape representation on the list later on.
Possibly.
Also, the fact that I only heard of Ape Escape because of Astrobot, I would say is a general
only
thing.
reason you've heard of it?
The only
Really?
reason you've heard
Only
of Ape
reason I
Escape?
heard of it.
You gotta start listening to some gaming podcasts or something, dude.
I don't think I do.
I mean, clearly you do. You don't know what the fuck Ape Escape
Well,
is.
yeah.
Ape
What
Escape.
is,
Ape
like,
Escape
what's so
is
amazing about Ape Escape?
I mean, it's fun.
Ape Escape was a period in time. It was an era. It was a vibe. It was a PlayStation 1 thing.
For me, it wasn't ever a game that I owned, but it was one that I would play at like daycare.
Yeah. It was a franchise that, like, I mean, it's gone away now, but for a long time, it just wouldn't go away.
Yeah.
So, like, you would get a random Ape Escape on a PlayStation 2. You'd get a random Ape Escape on a PlayStation Portal. Like, PS Vita, I think, had an Ape Escape. Like, it just kept popping up in places. Like, it's just a franchise that, like, made its mark at a very specific point in time.
It's interesting. They have a very high-res image of Spike, but then like a PlayStation 1 ape.
You know what I bet it is? I bet that's in-game Ape, and I bet that's a cutscene Spike.
I don't think.
I couldn't tell you.
I think they're from 2 different games.
Never played an Ape Escape. 99, Crash Team Racing. That feels appropriate.
Yeah. If this was Phil's personal list, it would be a little higher.
Sure.
I would probably have Crash Team Racing sub 80, sub 75.
Not mad at that one either. That's fine too. I thought you were gonna go like above 50, and I was about to be like, all right, come on now.
I'm not that crazy.
See the next one.
98 Spyro 2 Ripto's Rage. That's
Interesting.
low.
That for a lot of people is their favorite Spyro game.
Yeah, that should be 70s.
I was gonna
60s
say
maybe?
60s.
Yeah.
For
Spyro
me,
fan loser.
For me, it's my second favorite Spyro game.
I mean, Spyro is so. I mean, to use their own words, cemented in PlayStation legacy. Like Spyro is important to the legacy of PlayStation.
I'm curious if
one or three.
I'm hoping they have the other two on this list also.
I mean, 100 games.
Right.
You would ideally, even if you're dipping into multi-platform stuff, you should be getting multiple entries in this thing. Oh god, I just remembered one that's gonna piss me off.
All right, with the guy with the name of Ripto, he should look cooler than this lame ass.
That's PS1 Ripto.
He still looks lame as
He
fuck
does
either
look
way.
lame. He's lame. He's lame.
Yeah, he seems really lame. Dumb fucking character. Deserves a spot.
97 Tearaway. That's appropriate.
Never played that one.
96 Deathloop. I don't even know if I would think of Deathloop in 100 games. I don't know. I mean, it's hard because like 100 games is a lot of games.
You would think of it.
Deathloop eventually,
No,
maybe.
I think this is almost the perfect spot for it.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, Ape Escape should be way higher than this.
I think Ape Escape should definitely be higher than Deathloop, but I think this is the right spot for Deathloop.
95 Jak 2.
Too high.
Too high.
I mean, like too.
It needs to come up.
Numerically,
I see.
It's too low. It's
numerically.
Too low.
I think this belongs sub 60.
We'll find out.
In talks of legacy, I agree with you. Yeah, I despise Jak 2, but
Me personally, this is a sub 30 title.
But legacy
That's
would
insane.
imply the first one rather than the second one, right?
No, it's complicated. 2 is regarded as the fan favorite.
I'm guessing. No, it's not. Jak 3 is regarded as the fan favorite.
Jak 3 is the one that fans don't like.
Nope.
That's
It's
always
this
been
one.
my experience with talking to fans. Is Jak 3 is not as good.
I've never heard that. No. So this is my favorite of the three. Jak 3, I recognize, is the best of the trilogy.
Jak 3 is the best of the trilogy.
I think this list is gonna be 2, 1, 3 in terms of like where we see them on the list.
I think it's gonna go to 2, 3, 1. 90 or maybe 3's not even making the list. I can see that too. 94 Loco Roco. Sure.
Not above Jak 2, it sounds like.
No, it should not be
No.
above Jak 2.
Yeah.
Jak should be higher than Loco Roco, but I think arguably both of these titles should be higher. But Loco Roco should be in the 80s. Yeah, and I mean, it still feels too low for
Now
me.
I had heard of
Whoa!
Wow.
Whoa!
I was going to talk about Loco Roco and how I had heard of it before Astrobot, but having Astrobot level of Loco Roco level rather. I think I don't know. I probably agree with y'all that it needs to be higher. But this is insane.
Insane. 93 Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart.
This is like top 3 Ratchet games.
If they have a PS3 era Ratchet game above this, that's ridiculous.
They might.
They're going to.
And it's going to be either Tools of Destruction or Back in Time.
I think Rift Apart has done more for Ratchet. Has done the most for Ratchet since Up Your Arsenal
I wouldn't disagree.
as a franchise.
I wouldn't disagree.
This is solely because at the beginning they said, like, iconic titles, like paved the way.
Yeah, sure, Rift Apart not there and probably will never be there, but like
It revitalized the franchise.
but it's such a quality game.
Yeah,
like
it
it is
is.
ridiculous to
And
have
that-
it this low on the list. If you're gonna have it on the list, right?
Sure.
Number 23, Lumines is not more than Ratchet. Come on.
Okay, not more than any of the other games we saw up until this point. I know nothing about
Yeah.
them. But
Same. I've never even heard of this.
I know very little about this. I've only heard it in passing. This is a number 100 game to me.
Yeah.
91
Siphon
Siphon Filter.
Never played it.
Never played it. Legacy is kind of there, more of like a low B, like high C tier type Legacy thing. A lot of nostalgia for people who did play it. I would probably go a little higher, but not much higher. You're not sub 70. Nino Kuni, Wrath of the White Torch.
White Witch.
White
Oh,
Witch.
jeez.
Excuse me. I don't know how I got Torch. That's insane. Wrath of the White Witch. I couldn't tell you. Anybody got an opinion?
I played a little bit of this.
I've never played Ni no Kuni. I've heard of it.
You got an opinion?
It was fun.
fun.
But it wasn't like it was fun. Yeah, it was,
I mean, we're gonna see more Ni no Kuni on here. I would
There's
imagine.
like one more Ni no Kuni.
There's like the
Only
Little
two?
Prince or whatever, right?
Oh, I thought there
No,
was like
Lost Kingdom, the new Kingdom, something Kingdom.
I thought there was like 4 or 5 of these games.
I mean, there probably are, but
Maybe more than I know. Yeah.
Not 89 Pro Evolution Soccer 6.
okay.
Sure,
Hey, for
if
sports
you,
fans,
if
I'll
you,
gi- I'll
if
give
you
it to you.
want, yeah, we don't have anything. 88 Patapon 3 should probably come up a little bit, just a
Is
little
it
bit,
a
When you say come up, you mean
PSP
higher than
title,
80s.
yeah?
huh?
When you say come up, like
So 1
More
is
than this.
highest,
yeah, okay.
100 is the lowest.
Yeah, okay.
The PSP/PS Vita or title?
yeah. PSP, I believe, is where it started. I
If
could
it was
be wrong.
PS Vita, Tavin would be repping it more.
I mean, I came
I
to the
think- I
Vita
think-
late, so like
I think 3
Vita
probably
is
is
very
Vita, right?
different for me than what it actually is.
For a threequel to only live on the PSP sounds weird to me. I feel like this has to be a Vita title, right?
I couldn't tell you, but they were PSP had a long lifespan. PSP lasted a long time.
Okay.
87 Horizon Zero Dawn.
Higher than some of the other
Feels-
games.
This
there.
seems low to
Feels
me.
very low, yeah.
This feels
Low?
low. Yeah,
Dude, this game is-
Zero Dawn. I would expect
As in it
sub.
belongs like sub 50.
Yeah. I'm with Phil. Yeah, this is a top 50 game.
No, not in any sense of the word. This is like I've cited on what people say the most about this game is that it's an industry plant. It's
No,
only
I
gone
agree.
this far
I
because
agree
it's
with
an industry
that.
plant.
But
Only reason.
even in that, it's higher and it should be higher and better than 87.
We'll see. What's 86? That's better.
Yeah, okay, it's a
I
better
can say that
quality
knowing.
game. This is not a PlayStation game.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Doom
yeah,
Eternal,
fair enough.
86 is Doom Eternal. It should not be on the list.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say, like, Doom
Xbox.
2016, I immediately think Xbox.
Yeah,
same
same
with,
here.
Same with Eternal.
Yeah. Eternal less so. I kind of just think of multi-platform PC. Who cares?
Yeah.
I always thought Doom in general
just-
on
just-
Xbox nowadays.
Just the newer generation of Doom, I immediately think Xbox.
Yeah, that's weird. Yeah, you know, yeah.
Yeah. But Doom Eternal is a better game than Horizon Zero Dawn. SSX Tricky.
That's
you got
fun.
You got to have SSX
That's fun.
representation on the list.
But I think GameCube when I hear that. You know?
really,
That's what I do as well.
I think PS2.
I played it on GameCube.
I also played it on game.
Interesting. Okay, I never played it, but I do think of SSX and I think of PlayStation. Number 84, Tetris Effect.
PlayStation title?
I think
That's not
right.
I guess.
it's not solid enough of a PlayStation game to be
Yeah,
on
I don't
here.
think of PlayStation when I think
they're
of
referencing
Tetris
the
Effect.
VR version of it.
Oh, okay. I mean, I guess, but
I don't think VR should be on this list. It's too much of a niche.
they said it in the blurb. I fully expected it.
VR.
Yeah.
No,
Fair
VR
enough.
should be on the list.
Yeah, I agree.
PlayStation VR 1, that generation meant something to the PS4.
Maybe like Blade and Sorcery. If that was a PlayStation game, it probably isn't even in that. But
I mean,
feel like-
Resident Evil 7 is going to be on this list for that reason.
Yeah, it will be. That was my
I
immediate
guess we'll
thought.
see.
Yeah. Number 83. Whoa.
Oh,
Whoa.
shit. Okay.
Whoa. Whoa.
That's
Whoa.
That's too low.
Number 83 is Kingdom Hearts 2, Phil Shoemaker's favorite video game of all time. No. I'm not even a big Kingdom Hearts guy or fan.
If it's
That
not-
is criminally low.
If it's not at least sub 20, there's something wrong with your list.
That's not true.
I don't know about 20.
Sub 20 is exactly where it belongs.
No. I do, but definitely sub 50, probably
Oh.
sub 40.
Sub 30.
If this was like a 35,
Yeah.
that's
fair, yeah.
where I would start reaching for it. Yeah, oh, God, do you think 1 is there?
It's going to be.
One is going to be higher than this, and it's criminal.
Dumb.
That's so wrong.
Let's go see.
Switch them. Just switch them. That is criminal. God, this list sucks. Number 82, Monster Hunter World. Yeah, I'm not mad at it. It could come up a little bit, but
Yeah, it could,
I'm not
yeah.
mad at it.
We'll
Yeah.
see what other games are here before we go.
I mean, if you're talking Monster Hunter World should be the highest rated of them, but you
Yeah.
know, fine, whatever. There's probably gonna be some PSP Monster Hunter games that are higher. 81 Medal of Honor Frontline.
Above Kingdom Hearts 2?
above Monster Hunter World, I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
In context of that, yes, I agree. But 81 is fine for a Medal of Honor game. It's fine. It's not like the most like PlayStation game out there, but I'm not mad at it. 80 Hotline
People are
Miami.
yelling outside, yes.
Not
Not at us.
Yeah.
Kids yelling about the
Kids. Okay.
80's a little low for me. I also
Yeah,
I don't necessarily think of PlayStation.
When I hear Hotline, I immediately
PlayStation
think
Vita.
Xbox.
It was very successful on the Vita.
I think Xbox Live
I played it on
Arcade.
Vita.
I think Xbox Live Arcade is what.
I think
we all
I
know.
think a PC.
We all, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The Vita, like that's not the greatest, like,
Oh, it plays great on
commendable
Vita.
aspect of it.
It plays so well on Vita.
I'm sure
When
it
we
does.
roll it for Game Club, I'm rolling my fucking Vita. Hotline Miami, phenomenal game.
Probably higher.
I'm not mad at it on the list. I think this is fine.
Yep.
I think as a game, it
Whoa.
will sub 70.
79 Killzone 2.
You know what? That's not far fetched. You know, Killzone was big at the time, but I feel like it doesn't have. It's not a game that has the most
Above
staying power.
Kingdom Hearts 2.
Yeah, it
Yes,
shouldn't be
well,
above
no,
Kingdom
no.
Hearts. It should not be above Kingdom Hearts 2. It should be in the like 50 to 65 range to me.
Yeah, you could justify that because of its importance.
Yeah.
For like that era.
Yeah.
Of the PlayStation.
Held down that PS2,
That'll be
Yeah.
my theme of this list.
PS3.
This is above Kingdom Hearts 2.
It is. It is.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna become unbearable when we get to Snake Eater. Number 78, Final Fantasy
That
VII
deserves
Rebirth.
to be so goddamn high on gameplay alone.
Okay, it's too early. It's too
No,
early.
it's not.
It is.
It's too early. Like
I
agree with you, Connor.
down the line, yes, it will be higher. But
yeah.
as of right now, I think this is probably accurate.
Not even a year later. That's too
Not
early.
like it's
I'll let you guys have that one
8 months.
because you guys are all about history.
But the problem
This
is,
is what
Connor,
this
is
list is.
but the problem. This list is going to age poorly because of this. Because in 5 years, it should be in the top 50.
If not top 30.
Right.
Top 10.
Remake's probably going to be top 50.
Yeah, because of how big it was. At the time.
77 Ridge Racer Type 4.
Not better than Rebirth.
76 Returnal.
Not better than Rebirth.
I'm
Not better
I'm
than
just
Kingdom
happy to
Hearts
see
2.
it on list. Well, no, I agree with you.
Not better than Kingdom Hearts 2 either.
Not better than Kingdom Hearts 2
No.
either. I mean, I agree. You gotta we gotta have more of a conversation than just Kingdom Hearts 2 here, Phil.
That's what I'm stuck on until I see
yeah.
a game that's actually worthy.
75 Driver.
Fuck you.
74 Little Big Planet.
That low?
That's
that's
a
too low,
top
yeah.
30. Come on.
For
Little Big
PlayStation Legacy, I would say top 30.
Sackboy
yeah.
was the face of the PlayStation 3. IGN, what are you
Okay,
fucking
but-
doing?
But
Until
now
Astrobot.
it is in the dirt now, and it's been in the dirt for quite some time. So
Sackboy Big Adventure just came out 5 years ago.
that did not hit the same way these games.
No,
did
it
back
didn't,
then.
but he's still around.
He's
he's still around. But it's like from where you were just saying he's at to now, drop.
2 generations later?
And that's he didn't have that staying power to even stay that long. Snake did. Master Chief did. He didn't.
Snake did not.
Snake definitely
Snake's been dead for 15 years.
did. Not in terms of the eyes of the public,
You're not wrong.
which is how I'm judging things.
No, Sackboy meant so much to PlayStation.
Oh, he
this
did.
Is Phil, this is the first title I think
Okay.
belongs above Kingdom Hearts 2.
Fair.
He doesn't,
When we're talking
though.
about
I mean,
Legacy,
like, they're
it's fine.
very close, though.
We're talking about Legacy, I agree.
They're very close. 73 Yakuza 0. That's appropriate.
We'll see. No,
I'm not
probably,
mad- I'm not mad about that.
It should be higher.
Yakuza 0 kind of broke Yakuza into the West, made it popular in the West. 2016? Yeah, it's 2017 maybe?
2016.
Top this is
50.
fine.
Top 50, yeah. I would give it that one for this list.
I don't know if it has the impact.
It
did
doesn't
what you
have
said,
the
it brought-
impact, but it's a better game than what's going to be on here a lot.
Oh, for sure.
Brought Yakuza to the West, like you said.
72 Need
You
for
like
Speed
that?
Underground 2. No, that's appropriate.
That's pretty poggers, not gonna
Is
lie.
it?
That's a
That's
good fucking game.
pretty appropriate.
That's not even one of the
Good
Need for
fucking
Speeds I hear
game.
about. Like, as a Need for
Oh,
Speed
no, I
game.
hear about Need for Speed Underground all the time.
Yeah.
I'll take it then.
All the time.
I mean,
I think that's an appropriate placement. I think
I
that, yeah.
specifically was an Underground 2 kid. When it wasn't Need for Speed Most Wanted, the 2006, then yeah, it was Need for Speed Underground 2, yeah. Or Hot Pursuit, those three.
Those are the two I hear about.
Oh!
Helldivers 2.
Helldivers 2, 71. Again, too early.
Not better than Kingdom Hearts 2.
And not better than Kingdom Hearts 2.
Or 7 Rebirth.
Or 7 Rebirth. I'm agreeing with both you gentlemen on both of this. This is too early. I think it, but this is weird, Connor. I think it lands on the list before Rebirth does. Like, in terms of where we are in the timeline right now. Like, I would think of Helldivers 2 before I think of Rebirth. But I think Final Fantasy VII works against itself because the original game is going to be top. Yeah. You know?
Yeah.
So, like, it kind of works itself.
You know what? I'm going to call it right now. It's top 10.
It could be. Yeah.
I was going to say probably top 10. I mean, there's an argument for it to be top 5. I don't think it is.
I'm gonna say, because for the meme, number 7.
That would be funny. I don't think it will be.
6 is also going to be high. I will say right now.
Do we include Helldivers 1?
No,
I don't think so.
especially not as a PlayStation title.
Yeah.
You know, this makes
it was
more
on,
sense.
it was on PS4
It was.
and PS Vita.
But this seems more like attached to the PlayStation brand than the first one was.
Pretty sure the first one was PlayStation exclusive.
It might have been, but there was way more like advertisement and marketing. going on
Helldivers
behind
2
this
has
one.
meant more, for sure.
Yeah.
It had
Helldivers
so
2
much
has meant
bigger, so much of a big moment.
It did, yeah.
Yeah. 70 Legacy of Kain, Soul Reaver.
Yeah, okay.
I want to play those.
69 Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time.
Too high.
Too high.
Rebirth.
Okay,
And two. And Kingdom Hearts 2.
Okay,
And
hold on.
Kingdom Hearts 2.
We gotta stop with the singular titles, guys. 69. Prince of Persia belongs higher than 69.
Nice.
Prince of Persia fan over here.
Um,
What a loser.
I do recognize that this would be the highest ranking one. I disagree, but I recognize that it would be.
Mm.
But
Warrior
this
Within,
should
huh?
be in like the 45 to 55 range.
Nah.
All right. I won't stand on it. 68 Bully.
That's
I don't think PlayStation when I think this.
I do.
I do.
I saw it
think,
all the time.
I think
for PlayStation.
360.
Well, it came out before the 360.
Did it?
Yeah.
PS2.
Which one am I thinking of?
I don't know. Probably just some like
It's a
probably just some like
it is a Bully
scholarship
game,
edition
though.
Bully.
remastered.
Ultimate Edition.
Bully is
Maybe.
on fucking everything.
maybe.
Yeah, they've remastered Bully a bunch of times.
Yeah, I think PS2 game. Then
Yeah, that's a PS2 game.
It's probably too high for a lot of the
Probably
games on
PS2.
this list, though. I will say. Probably ones that are better than it.
Kingdom
Hearts 2, for
I
example?
think it could arguably come higher.
Not for Kingdom Hearts 2.
Okay, yes, but 60. The placement of 68 still feels low for Bully.
I don't think.
I don't think so either.
Okay. 67 Katamari Damacy.
Damacy.
That's good.
I get that.
That's a
Okay.
good spot. That's a good spot.
I'll let y'all. I don't know anything about Katamari.
I think
Fun. Just fun game. Like,
I
that's what
think-
its core.
I don't know
Whoa.
if it belongs sub 50. I would probably give it 60.
66 Devil May Cry.
Too high. I'm not.
Really?
I'm a critic of one more than any of the other ones. Maybe when we go back to it for the
prefers two.
podcast, I'll turn on that. But it just. It's
This
cool.
I would have expected sub 50.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I think this is good. There's way better Devil May Cry games.
Hunter loves Devil May Cry 2.
He does.
Shut up.
He does.
Fuck
He
you.
loves 2 so much.
You
It's
guys
his favorite game.
Whatever.
Favorite game.
No, it's not.
65 Metal Gear Solid 5 The Phantom Pain.
Too
All right,
high,
we're getting
too
all
high.
we're getting all 5 fucking Metal Gears.
That's too. That shouldn't be on the list.
That's too high. That should not be on the list.
No.
That it was a multi-platform game. It didn't really do anything for PlayStation in terms of legacy.
Multi-platform, PlayStation.
And it is a contentious Metal Gear game.
For Sutherland.
Yeah. Listen, a great mechanically the best game in the franchise easily, but yeah, no, I would not. No. 64 Rocket League appropriate.
People
Yeah.
gamble with that game.
I think that is solid.
Multi-platform is popular on a bunch of different platforms.
But
and stuff.
this is the first that's like purely multi-platform and wasn't ever like exclusive to one single platform. That makes like sense exactly where it belongs.
Well, yeah, and the reason this one makes so much sense is because when it launched for free for PlayStation Plus, and that's what catapulted it
Yes.
Yeah.
into its success. That was a really, really smart move on them, and they made so much money after that. 63 Destiny, the first one.
Such a moment in time, too.
You know, as somebody who initially played this game on Xbox, I don't.
Oh, you know what? I also think of 360, but
I think
That's the
360
thing.
I think 360 or one.
I think the fact that
was that a
Bungie.
360 game?
What?
It launched. It
Yeah.
launched.
Oh, it
both.
launched on both.
Cross gen.
Yeah.
The fact that Bungie went from being an Xbox exclusive to being on both consoles, I feel like gave more eyes on PlayStation and Destiny.
I do think
rather than the other way.
think of Destiny as a PlayStation franchise.
Yeah.
Destiny 1, I feel like I played first on 360, but like I did eventually move to 4. Maybe I played it first on 4.
But this is one of the big games of the PS4, like the first big.
Yeah,
game.
I agree. Yeah, it was in that early thing. 62 Parappa the Rapper.
Surprised that's not higher.
I am too.
I was expecting sub 50.
Yeah. But I mean, I'm not like offended.
Yeah.
61 Hitman World of Assassination. I mean, that's just weird going from Parappa to
It
Rapper.
is very weird. I think that's a solid spot for it, though. I maybe would put it. I'm probably would have put it higher in the 60s, if not higher than 70.
Higher.
I mean, like higher numerically.
Oh, okay. Well, seems like some of the games we talked beforehand, like not even just like Final Fantasy.
So I'm sorry, you're saying you would like go up to like 70s or something?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
That's so. I guess lower technically ranking.
we
keep
said,
changing.
We said it. You're
We keep changing. Yeah. How we
The weird
Who's
thing,
we? Who is we?
continue.
There we go.
weird thing though, they're only doing one Hitman as the
Oh, that's weird. And Blood Money should
Yeah.
be on here.
should be.
What
Be
the
higher.
Oh,
It
you're
was
so
on here.
right. I don't see them doing Blood Money, and they should.
But they said down there
They
they're only
literally
doing
say
one.
it on there.
Did they really?
Yeah,
Oh, that's a mistake.
yeah,
Oh, Blood Money should be here before World of Assassination.
should be
That's crazy. The 60 Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, no.
lower.
No. It
No,
should not be on a
the
PlayStation
list.
Oh,
Should not be on a PlayStation list at all. This is, I mean, if anything, I think of this era of Assassin's Creed as Xbox.
Yeah.
I see the Xbox 360 banner across the cover of this game. Yeah, this is wrong.
I got when I got Xbox One for Christmas, it came with Unity and this game.
You know what's funny? Assassin's Creed 1, I do think of PlayStation 3. All the other Assassin's Creeds, I think of 360.
Yeah, I mean, I could see the argument for 1 and 2 being both, but like from then on, it's
Definitely Brotherhood on. That's a 360 franchise. Yeah. 59 Metal Gear Solid 2, Sons of Liberty. You cannot name 58 games better than Metal Gear Solid 2 on a top 100 PlayStation.
Probably
Kingdom
not.
Hearts 2 58 times.
Kingdom Hearts 2 is better.
um,
Well, maybe it's not.
they're in the same grouping of 5.
Yeah.
like the same
I wouldn't be mad if you had 5 in a row and
if
at
they
some
were
point-
if it was like the 25 to 30 range, both those games are in that range.
Yeah.
But they should both be in that range, and they're both way.
And
no.
honestly, I wouldn't be mad if you had them at one above the other.
Literally, yeah, yeah. I personally take Metal Gear over Kingdom Hearts, but well, even if I put my fandom to the side, I still put Metal Gear first. But I'm not mad.
Honestly, no, I'm still
I'm not mad either way.
just because I love the action.
Number 58 is Journey. Above Metal Gear Solid 2 is fucking criminal.
Like especially right above it. That's so weird.
That's just like, who fucked that up? Like, that's an easy one.
I don't
I
know.
recognize Journey is important and should be on the list. And I feel like
in the 50s is where
it could
belongs.
even be higher on the list. It could be in the 40s. You're stretching it, but it could be like in like a 38.
I think if I closed my eyes and I had to name 100 PlayStation games, I probably would fall around like 58, 59.
I'm hitting Journey before I hit 50 games. Probably.
I don't know.
57 Crash Bandicoot.
I can understand that.
That's
yeah.
I'm
okay.
curious if we get another Crash game.
Yeah. Did they say something in the blurb
'Cause
about?
I don't know that we do.
They do not.
I think we should get Crash 2.
Probably will.
I think you should get Crash 4.
Yeah, but that was after
I mean, not before the first one, but you should get it.
that was after Crash became not a Sony.
Yeah.
Like I don't think we're getting any of the newer Spyro games.
Number 56, Ghost of Tsushima.
The thing about this is it's more marketable to a wider audience than
Yeah.
a lot of other games here.
See, I feel like
I think this is a good spot.
Yeah.
I like it as a spot, but I think in terms of like legacy and impact, Ghost and Horizon should be closer together.
No, they shouldn't. Ghost is going to have a lot more
I
staying
mean,
power.
Connor, they're gonna
Horizon.
have Forbidden West at some point here, and I disagree. Zero Dawn is more important than Forbidden West.
Well, once again, industry plan. Included in the IGN industry.
I'm not mad about this placement.
Mhm.
Number 55, Final
Nine.
Fantasy 9. Not mad.
Because there's so many Final Fantasy games,
Yeah.
you can't put them too. Like,
You're gonna have as long as 7 is in like the top 10 somewhere.
This
you're
is
fine.
this is the
I'm surprised it made it. I'm happy it did.
Yeah, that's fine.
this is the first like non-modern.
Yeah, it is.
Careful with your tone because you're only getting like half.
Sorry, this is the first non-modern Final Fantasy on the list, and I think from what I've heard from people talking about it, I think that this, out of like the big ones,
Yeah.
is kind of where it belongs.
Maybe it's a little too high. Could probably go back to the 60s, but not mad at it.
I'm waiting for 10. Final Fantasy X is going to be high up.
10 is going to be polarizing.
54, Batman Arkham City.
As long as Asylum isn't above it.
My question here.
I feel like this is the only Batman game you get.
Yeah, because I was going to say, because we're not going to see Arkham Asylum if Arkham City's is high. We would have already seen Asylum.
Yeah.
That's true.
You definitely don't get Origins. I don't think you get Night.
I think maybe we get Night. Maybe.
No. So
Not above City.
City's the
You don't think
definitive
so?
best.
No, City is, I think, universally.
I've heard people go back and forth. I don't know.
I think
Maybe, like-
Night probably plays the best, but Night has a lot of other issues.
Okay. Batmobile.
Batmobile, story.
I don't have an issue with Arkham Knight story.
I don't. For what it is, I don't have an issue with it. What it was advertised to be.
I guess maybe I
turned a
don't
lot of
remember
players off.
what the advertisement was.
It was advertised that Arkham Knight is like an original villain, brand new with its own backstory.
Talking about fucking Red Hood.
Yeah, and it's just Red Hood. Spoilers, Connor.
I know
You
that.
don't even know what Red Hood's story
I
is.
do. Oh, dude, I watched the animated movie.
Oh, look at you.
Great.
Number 53, Vagrant Story. Never heard of it before in my life.
I have. I've
I've-
heard it's great.
Only heard of it.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it ever. I haven't played it, obviously.
And then it's probably be in the like 80s and 90s, but okay, we'll let you go.
But that might be getting it totally on just merit.
52, Marvel's Spider-Man 2.
That tells
Definitively-
me I think we're going to see the first Spider-Man
The
above
2018, I think, is the one to pick, and I probably even agree with that, even if I like Spider-Man 2 more.
this. Yeah. I think we're seeing 2018 above this.
I think so too. Honestly, this might be too high.
Not only are we not seeing the other one, this is lower than both Kingdom Hearts 2, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
I guarantee
by a
you,
league.
you're seeing 2018 on
But
this list.
based on what it's saying before, it's saying how that improved upon everything from the first one.
Yes,
They make a point
but
of
if
that.
we're talking legacy and impact, 2018 means more.
I was going to say I literally bought a PS4 for 2018.
Spider-Man 2018 was a huge moment. The reveal was insane. Yeah,
It turned me into a Sony pony.
yeah.
I feel like you guys are amping it up.
I think it turned a
lot.
lot of people into Sony ponies. A lot of people.
Really?
Yeah, I mean 2018 is a flagship year for PlayStation. Between
I feel like that-
God of War, Spider-Man, and Red Dead.
That year on its own, I guarantee you, turned so many people away.
Not that there was that many to turn, but still. Yeah. It was a ridiculous year. Number 51, The Walking Dead.
That's
This is
not
a
PlayStation
360
title.
title.
Yeah.
That's
This is a
definitely
360
360. Yeah.
Yeah,
by
I don't
far.
see that as a PlayStation game at all.
At all. I mean,
And
like
I say that as a platinum owner.
yeah, as quality as the game is, like in terms of quality, I think it's appropriately placed. But this is a 360 title. This is not an
Honestly,
PlayStation
I think of The Walking Dead on mobile or an iPad before I think PlayStation.
I would actually as well. Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
not mad at that at all. 50, Grand Theft Auto 3.
People respect that a lot.
PlayStation 2, yeah.
I know. I almost feel like it should be higher.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You did set what GTA would go on to become.
But
Become.
I think we're gonna see like Vice City and San Andreas.
We are.
above this.
And then 5.
I think we're gonna see 5, and 5 is again a 360
I
title.
think
Like,
360. Yeah.
4 is 360, but I think we might see that on here as well.
Oh, I don't think you see 4.
We'll see.
I think you see. I think we're gonna get one more from the trilogy, and then I think we're getting 5.
Let's see.
49, Final Fantasy Tactics. This feels low.
Like it should
With
be
how
higher.
people talk about it,
It should be higher
I never played it. Actually.
with how people talk about it.
I really want them to remake this game.
Is it just available on PS4/PS5?
I think so. Is it
If
certainly
it,
on
if
PC?
it is,
Really?
that'd be fine with me. I want to play it. 48, Demon Souls. This is too high.
I get the argument.
I see
This is
sub
too high.
30 on this one.
Yeah, but you see sub 30.
No, what? No.
Yeah.
Jesus. See, the thing is that its worth comes from what it's set forward for
You don't think
FromSoft
so?
games in the future.
I don't know. I feel like with how many people I've heard on the internet creaming their jeans over Demon's
This
Souls
game,
whenever.
this game only has hype because of the remake. We only got the remake because of what if Dark Souls did.
I agree.
Demon
Okay.
Souls was a PlayStation 3 exclusive game, and it did nothing for PlayStation as a brand. And From Software did not see the success that they would. Cult classic, a cult classic.
I'm wrong then.
This is not a top 50 game.
I misjudged how I guess thought people perceive the game.
No.
Yeah,
the FromSoft range starts at Dark Souls.
Okay.
Yeah.
47, God of War 2. This is arguably too low.
Yeah.
Too low. It should probably be in the 30s.
Okay.
That would make sense, but it's not.
I've only played 3 from the classic God of War game. From the OG.
I
OG
don't think we see another OG trilogy game.
That was like the PS2 game.
Because that's
one
like
of the PS2
that's
games.
like people's favorite one, right? Like
Yeah.
3 overshadowed it at the time. I remember the conversation was this, and then 3 came out, and everyone was like, "This is the best."
I think
God
some
War.
of that is just the hype of 3
I still even
off
think now.
of the back of 2 because fans say 2 is still the best.
Yeah. Maybe they're wrong.
I do think they're wrong. I think 3 is the best.
Chrono
Chrono
Cross.
Cross.
This was considered a downgrade, not only from Trigger, but not that like.
I mean, you're
impressive
assuming
of
we
a
don't
game.
get Trigger, but
Like, we probably will, but it's like it's talked about in such like a negative way to the point where it's over like Final Fantasy Tactics. No way in fucking hell. That alone.
is this PS1?
I don't think we're getting Trigger. I just read part of the blurb. I don't think we're getting Trigger. Oh no.
Yeah, that's so strange because this is not.
Is Trigger considered more of a like SNES
It might be.
title?
It might be,
Okay.
but that's way too high. Not
That's
50.
that's wrong. Chrono Trigger should be here.
That's too high. That is
Fuck.
way
Fuck.
too high.
I love Peace Walker too, but no, it's not a top 50 PlayStation.
It's not better
game.
than MGS2.
I was gonna say like I would have expected.
Oh my god, it's not better than. What are we doing?
Yeah.
I would have if we had guessed beforehand. I probably would have not having. I've only seen Tavin play this game. I was probably gonna say like in the 70s.
That's appropriate.
80s. Good, but not that good.
Oh
Okay,
my god.
So I'm going to say it right now. There is a clear from this people whoever wrote this list bias towards Metal Gear. Over certain
But they
games.
got it wrong.
Yeah.
Metal Gear 2 is better than this game.
Just like a damn fiddle.
Oh my god. 44 Guitar Hero
Okay,
3
yeah.
Legends of
That's a
Rock.
360 game.
That's a 360 game
Fair enough, yeah.
or Wii game.
Not
No,
yeah, you're right.
360.
Not PlayStation.
This is not. Yeah, Guitar Hero is not a PlayStation thing. Not to me. Wipeout XL 43.
Honestly, I'm not sorry, not about Wipeout.
Why is the
I
E
would
capital?
say that Guitar Hero is Xbox, Rock Band is PlayStation.
I agree with that. Rock Band is a PlayStation. I agree. Wipeout XL, sure if you want.
Probably too high.
42 Time Splitters 2, sure if you want.
I don't know anything.
What? That's not a fucking PlayStation game. 41 Titanfall 2. Not better than Metal Gear Solid 2. Not better than Kingdom Hearts 2. Not better than Final Fantasy 7. Well, it's just not a PlayStation game is the problem. It's not a PlayStation game. It's just a that's the
That's
generic.
my main sticking point is it's not a PlayStation.
That's not a PlayStation title.
I am anytime I think Titanfall, I immediately go Xbox because
Yeah.
that first game was exclusive.
For the first game, yes, but the second game, I don't think of a platform when I think of Titanfall 2.
Okay.
Grand
Vice
Theft Auto
City?
Vice City,
It
number
could
40.
be higher, but
Could
I'm
be,
fine with
but
it.
I'm fine with that.
I'm good with 40. Yeah.
Yeah.
39 Astrobot, too early.
Yeah, that's way too early.
Too early.
Way
Way too early.
Down the
Appropriate.
line, I can see
appropriate-
sub 20.
Oh,
Down the line,
I don't know about that.
yes. I think
I think
absolutely.
it's appropriate right here down the line, but it's too early. It hasn't even been 6 months. You got to give these games time, man.
It's been 3.
Yeah, like that's way too early.
Astrobot is also an industry plant, but not in a bad way.
How are we feeling about this list now that we're in the top 40? This list sucks, right? This is
Oh
trash.
yeah,
good.
it's been bad for a bit.
It's been
Not
real bad.
good.
Peace Walker above 2. What are we doing? 38 Tomb Raider. Sure, if you
Iconic.
want.
It's Tomb
Yeah.
Raider.
Iconic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, it was inevitable to be
37 Uncharted 4 A Thief's End. I'm sorry, this is a top 25 game.
No, it's not.
This is a top 25 game.
This is like
No,
90s.
I
90s.
no,
No, what are you?
that's
Are you
way,
trolling?
way
Z, what are you
The
talking
gameplay
about?
sucks. The level design sucks.
No, it
it's
doesn't.
boring. It's boring.
What are you talking about? Uncharted 4 was the fucking damn near the face of PlayStation 4.
Huh? Uncharted was. Uncharted 4?
No, 4. Uncharted 4 is the only PS4 game.
Oh, PS4 game?
Yeah.
Sure, but PlayStation as a whole is what we're talking about here, not PS4.
No, Connor, you're
No,
wrong.
a thief-
you
a
were
thief's
very
end-
wrong. You are very wrong.
A
Way
Thief's
too high.
End,
A
me
Thief's End is
personally,
arguably the best.
I'm gonna put it in the 40s. Maybe
No, this is too low.
no.
This should be a top 25.
I don't know about top 20.
Gameplay's boring.
I'm perfectly fine with where it is.
This one should be top 25. Uncharted 2 should be top 15.
It will be top 15.
I don't think it will be.
Uncharted 2 is gonna be number.
36 Nier
Automata.
Automata. I don't think of PlayStation when I think of Nier Automata.
I
but
do.
I do. I
Yeah.
definitely.
Even-
Square
do.
Enix, Platinum Games, those are all synonymous
I
with PlayStation.
guess.
I definitely think PlayStation.
I think of PC.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh
Why?
no.
Is it on PC?
Yeah, I think so.
It should be, right?
I
don't
think
know.
later it was.
Oh, maybe. Okay. 36 is too high, regardless.
It's not.
I don't think.
I think
Quality of game, Connor, sure, but impact, no. Legacy, no.
Sure, Impact, no, but we've kind of gone that way. I think we've thrown that out the window with Impact. I mean, Hitman, for example, World of Assassination. People don't think about that when they think of Hitman.
I mean, Hitman, no, the new Hitman era is important to the legacy of Hitman. I just think Blood Money is more important.
Yeah.
I think definitely sub 50, me personally. I don't know if I agree 30.
I think there's enough games above 50 that I would put 50 that would knock it up. 35 Burnout 3 Takedown, sure.
Anytime I think Burnout, I think Xbox though.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, I think of PlayStation on Burnout.
I guess
know.
specifically I'm thinking Paradise, but like
Paradise specifically, I think of PS3.
oh no, I immediately think Xbox.
Interesting. 34 Dishonored 2. I don't think of PlayStation.
don't
Yeah,
think PlayStation
this
either.
this is an Xbox franchise to me as well. This list is so wrong.
Okami,
33
yeah.
Okami.
I think that's apt.
Is
Yeah.
this okay? I was gonna suggest maybe this is too low. It needs to go higher.
I think this is.
it could be.
I think this is apt. I think 33 is proper.
Okay. 32 Tony Hawk's Pro
Yup.
Skater 2. That's fine.
Reasonable.
Yeah, honestly, I was expecting like 25.
But I think this is like
This is solid.
very, very reasonable.
No, I don't disagree with this, but I was
Yeah.
expecting it to be higher.
It should be in that 25 to 35 range.
I played a shit ton of Pro Skater 4, but Pro Skater 2, I acknowledge
The one.
popular.
Yeah. 31 Final Fantasy
There's
10.
10.
That feels okay to me.
A lot of
Feels
people's
okay.
favorite.
Yeah. 30
Suikoden.
Suikoden 2. I don't know anything about this, guys.
Earlier game, like in PlayStation's
PlayStation
catalog.
1, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. My knowledge of it is that you have like 100 somewhat fucking characters and you recruit them, and they're all like that kind of like cool system of
I remember
having tons of people under your command.
my uncle being really into Suikoden.
Yeah.
I never played it.
29 Resident Evil. Fine. If Resident Evil 2 is on here, it should be higher.
Yeah.
Nah, I think.
Oh,
Resident
God, are we
Evil
not
is
getting 7?
We might not. No, I wouldn't be surprised if we weren't.
The
The only one we're getting, I think, is 4.
with
besides
the
this.
quality of this list,
It's a
we
GameCube
could
game.
with the quality of this list we could still get 7.
That is outrageous if you put 7 above Resident
Very.
Evil.
Mass Effect 2's an Xbox
Come
360
on,
game.
dude! That's not a PlayStation game.
How long was it exclusive?
Only for the first game. So
Oh,
Mass Effect
first
2
game,
Mass
okay.
Effect 2 was on PS3. But and Mass Effect 1 did eventually come to PS3.
Right.
But the Mass Effect trilogy is a 360 franchise.
It is.
That is definitively an Xbox 360
It was most
franchise.
popular during the time where the the top console was the 360.
They even say Mass Effect 2's achievements.
I hate this.
Yeah.
But no, they
This is
mean
wrong.
as far as like its accolades. They don't mean collecting
Yeah, they
achievements
don't
or
mean
trophies.
collecting
But
achievements. But yeah, this is wrong.
Yeah.
This is so wrong. Tekken 3, 27.
sure.
I've heard it's one of like the best, like the real, like one of the best Tekkens.
I'm not mad.
So I can't complain.
I
You knew
remember
Tekken was going to be here.
My brother's friend. Oh, I mean,
I don't know about that.
I think that might be fair, depending on what goes.
we're still going to see 2018 is the thing.
Yeah, that's my problem with it. 26 is God of War Ragnarok. This needs to come up. This should at this point in time, it should probably be in the 50s.
It's a better game than 2018, but not only did 2018
But as far
revitalize
as
the franchise,
Impact.
I was going to
But
say
Impact.
when we're talking about, we literally talked about 2018 when we had Spider-Man 2 on here.
Yeah.
And just how the impact 2018 as a year had on PlayStation and like its market share.
Where was Spider-Man 2?
Spider-Man 2 was like 50s, 56, 57.
I think.
Okay. It should be in between 45 and Spider-Man 2. Wherever that is. It is where Ragnarok.
Oh, it should be lower.
Yeah, no,
As in,
Ragnarok
then we're-
should
It's-
should be
Yeah.
it's
Really? Why?
Yeah, Ragnarok because it doesn't have the impact.
2018 is going to be
2018 is going to be in the top 10 probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, it will be.
I could see it at number 10.
I could see that as well. Yeah. And I would argue it deserves to be there. I would not have blinked if Ragnarok was not on this list.
I wouldn't have been.
Really?
I wouldn't have questioned it that hard. I probably would have been like,
Because
oh,
you need trilogy representation, original trilogy representation.
with 2.
And
we got.
2018 has the greater impact between the two games, so you put 2018 on there. So I would not have been upset if Ragnarok was just not on the list.
I think it was E3 16 where we had that big reveal of
Yes.
Kratos?
Yeah. 16 was crazy because we had Spider-Man, God of War, Days Gone, and the Crash Bandicoot Reignited trilogy. I'm sorry,
The
Insanity.
Insane trilogy.
Was announced there.
Yeah.
Something else too.
Are we seeing Days Gone on this fucking list?
No.
Not above Kingdom Hearts, not above Metal Gear, not above God of War.
But we're talking about the quality of this fucking list.
Not
It's
about
gonna be
Spider-Man.
here.
If
the
Days
next-
Gone is,
it's the
in
next
top,
one.
If
It's the
Days
next
Gone
one.
is in the top 25, I will give you
the next one.
I will give you $50 if Days Gone is in the top 25.
Okay, taking that.
I'll take that. I'm not
Are
giving
you?
it to you.
You're not going to give me $50.
No, it's not. Yeah, you didn't say that. You said
I know. 25 Persona 5 Royal. That's appropriate.
yeah, it's a PlayStation game.
Yep, that's appropriate. 24 Resident Evil 4 2023.
2023.
Oh,
It's too
that's-
early and it's wrong.
I mean,
Yes, the remake series of Resident Evil are PlayStation games in my mind.
Yeah.
But it's too early. I don't think it's had the impact. And if you're going to talk Resident Evil 4, you need to do the original one.
It's a GameCube game.
And that's a GameCube game. But also Resident Evil, they had the picture of remake of the first one, the HD remake for GameCube.
Yeah.
But I didn't care about that as much because the original Resident Evil is a PlayStation.
yeah.
Yeah. This is wrong. This should, and it's definitely not top 25. Oh,
San
wow.
Andreas.
We did get all three. Grand Theft Auto San Andreas
Yep.
23.
I think that's appropriate.
Yeah.
Me personally, I probably would have put it
At
sub
this
20,
rate,
but
we should not get GTA 5 then.
We are getting GTA
We're going
5.
to, and we shouldn't, because then that's too much GTA.
I honestly, at this point, I don't think we will.
You know what? Listen to what he just said. That's too much GTA. Is he going to say that about Metal Gear Solid by the end of this list?
No.
No, he's not.
Well, the problem is we still got to get to 1 and 3. And I agree, there's too much Metal Gear Solid on this list. 5 should not be there, you know? And
You didn't
Peace Walker should be way, like, closer to the 80s.
I'm just curious what I'm going to spend my $50 on.
22, Portal 2.
Is that a PC game, though?
That's not a PlayStation
See,
game.
I think Orange Box, and when I think Orange Box, I think
Xbox.
Xbox. Yeah.
Yeah.
Portal 2 was not in the Orange
I mean,
box.
Portal 2 was advertised to be on PlayStation 3.
Tucked away into
They even fucking.
well, it's the first one.
Oh, is the first one. Yeah. No.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
21 Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare.
Nope.
It should be higher?
That's an Xbox game.
It's an Xbox
Oh,
game.
yeah. Yes, it is.
I immediately think 360, and I hear that shitty mic quality, and I think of like being in the lobby and having
Yeah.
the big fucking blade Xbox
Yeah.
Live.
I
Instantly
mean,
think
for
of that.
Xbox, sure, if you're doing the top 100 Xbox list, but I don't think Call of Duty should
I
be
think for
on.
a top 100 Xbox list, this is great. That's great placement for Call of Duty 4.
Yeah.
Xbox is in shambles. 20 Silent Hill 2.
Yeah, I get that.
That's fine. I'm
About-
cool with that.
I think number 20 is actually great. From like how I hear people talk about Silent Hill 2.
People consider it among the best narratives in gaming. So
I'm not mad at this.
Yeah.
It could arguably be a little higher even.
It
Not
could be
not
lower as
much
well.
higher. Oh, yeah, you're right. 19 Dark Souls.
it's Dark
Yeah.
Souls. But PlayStation, though,
A little high.
No, I think yes.
I think you're talking impact.
Okay,
It's
how much more From Software are we getting here?
Oh, Bloodborne's got to be there.
Bloodborne, yeah.
Bloodborne
That's
should
it,
be
though.
in there.
I think
Are we getting
Bloodborne-
Elden Ring?
No,
Are we getting Dark Souls 3?
We're not getting
No.
Elden Ring. We might get Dark Souls 3.
I don't think so. I think the only other FromSoft game we
Definitively, yes.
I'll remind the jury that all From Software titles sell best on PlayStation.
Oh, fair enough. You know what? I take it back. DS3 is not going to be on this list.
But no, I for sure think that the only other FromSoft game we get is Bloodborne.
Fair enough. Yeah, that's reasonable.
18 Gran Turismo 3 A spec.
I don't know. Okay.
I don't know which specific Gran Turismo we should have gotten. I've never heard of this one, but Gran
I'd
Turismo
7, I
belongs
would've
somewhere
thought,
on here.
but-
Yeah, I feel like at that point, you're just giving it to the best looking one. It's objectively.
If you say 7, yeah.
Yeah.
But, I mean, GT3 was important to PlayStation Legacy, so, okay, if you want. 17 Persona 4 Golden.
Probably reasonable. We'll see what the rest of the list has. It could be higher. It could be right at the good position.
I don't know if it should be above
5.
Persona 5.
Really?
And this is someone who believes 4 is better. But,
Yeah. Well,
I think I as far as like fucking Jokers in Smash, bro.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like,
yeah, fair enough.
5, I think you should switch them.
But didn't Persona 4 like
Persona 4 carried the
Reinvent-
fucking Vita
yeah.
on its goddamn back.
which on that alone, It covered a console. That's
Yeah.
pretty impressive.
It's pretty impressive.
It walked so Fab could run.
Oh god, fucking 4 golden, so good. 16, The Witcher 3
Not
Wild
higher.
Hunt.
I thought they'd be higher.
Really a PlayStation game.
I immediately.
I think PC.
Not it's a
Not 360.
it's a 4 Xbox
What
One
am I
title.
thinking of? Which
Maybe
one?
Witcher 2.
Maybe.
But yeah,
I
I mean
just see-
between the two consoles, it goes to PlayStation.
I just see the logo, like the Xbox 360. I think of the box art. I don't know.
I think
I
Yeah,
understand
PC.
that I'm wrong and that it was an Xbox
Yeah.
One game, but I see the 360
This is one where
label.
I think we're letting the quality of the game carry it higher than it probably should be.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, just based off of IGN's own criteria, they are just consistently failing at what they said.
I've never played a Witcher game, so I don't know.
I played 2. It's good. 3 is one of the best games ever made. 15, Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater. I'm actually not mad at that.
That's good.
Not mad at that at all.
Probably good.
Good
We'll
spot.
see. There might be things that deserve to be
The
higher.
thing is the 14 games above this are not better than Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater.
Okay.
Well, they might be.
Whatever- whatever
I'm
you
sorry.
say.
I'm sorry. Some of them will be better.
Yeah.
Right? Some of them I will be fine with but I don't think there's 14 games better considering what's already been said.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay.
there are games that have already been said that should be in the top 15. 14, Castlevania Symphony of the Night. Yeah,
Sure.
Yep, that's good. That could have been in top 10.
Mhm.
Elden
Ring is
what?
multi-platform. It sold best on PlayStation, but
That's so weird.
Listen, I get it. From Software, one of the greatest of all time, some of the best to do it. Elden Ring, one of the greatest video games ever made.
I
right?
fucking love Elden Ring. It's weird seeing it here.
There is too much From Software on this list. There's just too much because we're gonna get Bloodborne 2, I would assume, or Bloodborne as well, I should say.
you say that and you're right. But that's only in the sense of like Demon Souls should be not on.
Demon Souls
comparatively.
should not be on this list, and I think Elden Ring should come up or be a higher number.
The game wants to get like Witcher 3. The quality of that game carries it. as far
I
as it
agree.
goes on this list.
Yeah. Listen, I wouldn't be mad if it was top 25.
So what do we think? I think Elden Ring goes where Dark Souls 1 is. Dark Souls 1 goes.
Yeah.
I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
I'm cool with that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I believe that.
12, The Last of Us Part 2.
They're going to be so close together.
They're going to be so close together. That's the problem.
I think you should have only done one.
I'm happy it's above
No,
one.
you needed to do both.
You
but
did.
2 probably should have been above 25.
I was going to say that.
It should probably be in that 25 to 30 range. Probably.
But it is like PlayStation
It is.
at its core.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. I mean, the hype was unreal. The moment that it had, mostly a negative moment, but like the moment it had is, I think, unrivaled. That's a Metal Gear Solid 2 level of moment.
Yeah.
You know. 11, Resident Evil 2 remake specifically. I disagree. This is not a top 15 PlayStation game. It should
I
be
agree,
the original
but I'm
one.
surprised you're saying that.
It should be the original one. If we're talking legacy and impact,
I think you hold that up way too high than you did.
Resident Evil 2 is still considered by fans to be the best.
I don't know who you're talking about. People forgot. Like people have moved past that. I
You're
think,
wrong.
at
You
this
are
point.
just wrong, Connor. You don't talk to fans.
Hey, IGN agrees with me. So fuck it, suck it.
You want to side with this list?
No,
You're going to be on the side of this list? All right.
I'll side with this point.
And this is someone who I believe Resident Evil 2 remake is the best.
Yeah, I
I believe that, but like
think 4 is the best.
10 Baldur's Gate 3, that's a PC game.
Yeah, it came out after on PlayStation. That can't be considered a PlayStation game.
It's not a PlayStation game.
It doesn't even like. And be frank,
Clearly, it says a dyed-in-the-wool PC game.
which is the thing. It literally like I know you guys played it on PlayStation,
Quality
right?
alone is carrying it here, and even in that, it
Recency
shouldn't be in the top
bias.
10.
But from what I've
Recency
seen
bias as
from
well.
Baldur's Gate 3 on the PlayStation, it is objectively an inferior version of the game
Oh yeah,
compared to PC.
yeah.
So
but they
I'm-
do it. They do a really good job. Of
They do.
bringing it.
Oh, they do.
That's the best version of that you're gonna get.
Yeah.
So when are you gonna hop
gonna
in
bite
for
the bullet,
the three of us?
you know?
What did I just say?
I mean, isn't
I mean, we're not
crossplay-
gonna do that. That's $140 versus $70. Connor, come on now.
the math.
Let's be reasonable. Do the math.
Do the
I have
math.
to pay for it.
Do the math.
Number 9, Grand Theft Auto 5 /online.
Hey, since
Yeah,
since I'm winning Fantasy Critic, do you want to buy Baldur's Gate 3 for yourself?
That wasn't the rules of
That's
the
an
game
interesting-
anymore.
I like that. That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. No. One, this is a 360 title in my mind.
Why do they have to put it on here?
No.
And even in that, it should not be in the top 10.
The fact that they included it online means it's a PlayStation title. Xbox was left in the dirt.
When it
This
comes to
exists as well as
online.
it does because of PlayStation.
But it came out on the 360 PS3 era.
It did. It was still like highly regarded on the PlayStation, but it exists in the current form solely because of PlayStation. People wouldn't be playing it as much as they do on Xboxes, but they do on PlayStation.
I really thought that since we got 3 Vice City and
I really didn't think we were going to get 5.
Oh, we were.
What was the bet for?
for if we see Days Gone. It's
Oh,
25.
no, we're not seeing that.
Number 9, 8.
Guys, I got to ask the question now. Do we see Kingdom Hearts?
No, we don't.
I don't think we
Maybe
do.
Not. I mean, I would. Could
It could. That's wrong.
Swap it with 2.
honestly, I'm gonna just say it is.
All right. Uncharted 2,
Yeah,
Among Thieves, number
Could
8.
be higher.
I
It
was
should be
thinking
lower.
I was thinking it was above 10, like as far as like 10 and 15.
I think you should switch 2 and 4.
But no, we definitely should not. Not to mention, 2 was the PS3 game.
You're right.
4 was not
Yeah.
the PlayStation 4 game. 2 was.
Only
For that
because
console.
PlayStation 4 was such a better generation.
Still that. What has
Because like the
the
PS4 game is what? God of War?
Yeah.
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 But-
even
but
I put Spider-Man over that.
No, but before
No,
God of War,
Uncharted 4
no.
goes above Spider-Man.
No. More people definitely bought PS4s for Spider-Man than I think.
Yes.
I think that's undoubted.
The
Also
Uncharted 4
Spider-Man.
moment was insane, though. It was so fucking insane.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to disagree with you there.
7, Red Dead Redemption 2,
Sure. I mean, I think it's way too high.
it's way too high. This is the most overrated game of all time.
I can believe that.
I don't agree with that statement, actually.
it's
there's
definitely not.
there's
I
more
mean,
overrated games.
When people say that it's like, this is consistently in like top 5,
And it
10
shouldn't
best
be.
games. I think it is overrated by that standard.
I mean, it's overrated, but I think there are more overrated games than
Yeah.
Oh, the most overrated, yeah.
yeah. Like if you're talking all time, but like this should not be. This should be 30s.
Yeah.
Like 30 to 40 is what I'm saying.
Narrative's amazing, but gameplay is very much a drag for a lot of it.
The narrative is a drag. It goes on
No,
way
I
too
think-
fucking long.
I think I agree with Tavin.
6, Final Fantasy
Final
7.
Fantasy.
One spot off.
One spot off.
Damn.
But you're
spot
not
off.
putting Red Dead Redemption 2 at number above Final Fantasy 7. God
You're
damn
not.
it. That's appropriate.
Culture alone.
Could even be top 5. 5, The Last of Us.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I'm out of that.
Top 5.
4, Shadow of the Colossus.
No,
But, you know,
can't even argue with it. Nope, it's there.
On terms of like the game's quality itself, way too high,
I
but
think-
how it's considered.
I think it was easily going to be in top 10. I'm not surprised that it's in top 5.
Okay, you know what? You just said that RD2 is one of the most overrated games of all time.
No,
This is more overrated.
no. Red Dead Redemption 2 is way more overrated than
I-
Shadow of the Colossus.
I think that's probably
I don't
true.
think so.
Yeah.
Well, maybe.
Red Dead Redemption 2 is ridiculously
They're
overrated.
both on terms of, they're both kind of overrated in the same level.
Shadow of the Colossus, you're going to roll your eyes at me, Connor, but the time in which it came out, if Shadow of the
Oh, I
Colossus
get it.
comes out today, it's not Shadow of the Colossus.
No,
Right.
It's because it came out when it did. 3, Bloodborne.
Yep.
I'll fucking take it, and I'll jerk off later tonight. I'll do it.
The
I think
thought
it's
of this.
I think it's too high, but fine.
Is it
And
too high?
There's too much FromSoft on this list.
No, it's not too high.
Okay.
Objectively speaking, yeah. Subjectively,
Ooh,
not at all.
Is number one's going to be fucking Metal Gear, isn't it? First one.
Number 2, God of War 2018. Yeah, it's got to be Metal Gear Solid. Yeah. I'm not. That's a little high for me, but I'm not mad about 2018 being
Too high, but yeah.
Yeah, being number 2. But I'm not mad, but it's a little too high for me.
And number 1, you're right. It's
Metal Gear Solid. Yeah.
That's what I saw. Too high.
No.
Not even like
No.
in terms of importance, right? Final Fantasy VII's higher than this.
Yeah.
Like even in gameplay, it's higher than this. It just does not deserve to be number 1.
I think it's a toss up between the two. I'm not mad at like the number 1 and 2 spot for me when I think PlayStation is Metal Gear or Final Fantasy 7.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, those 2 games are the PlayStation 1. Like it's
yeah.
it's those 2 that are the face of the PlayStation 1. I just don't. I don't know, man. Like it's hard because it was in the beginning.
Yeah.
You know, You're just fighting so much history with
Won't
that.
start
So
it all.
it's hard to argue against it.
99?
97.
Oh,
I'll say
96? I think it was 96.
See, that's kind of my issue where going back to Final Fantasy VII, in terms of impact, it arguably had more since it was the emergence into a new form of technology and presentation. This one had like the narrative.
Storytelling, voice acting.
It did. The voice acting more so than the narrative, but the narrative.
Action and set piece.
Yeah.
Presentation. Metal Gear does a lot.
Does a lot.
Does a lot. Listen, I'm not necessarily
98.
98. Okay. I'm not necessarily disagreeing with you in Japan.
Metal Gear Solid 1998.
Okay. I don't necessarily disagree with you, Connor. I like Final Fantasy VII more than Metal Gear Solid 1. Game Club reflects that. But Metal Gear did a lot.
Yeah.
So
it's more than just if it was just the narrative, I think it's overblown. I already think the narrative is overblown in terms of its like quality, but in terms of voice acting,
I think Metal Gear Solid has a better narrative than Final Fantasy VII.
I don't think so.
No, I think that just because it's smaller in scope,
yeah.
and it's less risky. But yeah, like Final Fantasy VII's narrative, especially in the back third, is really messy.
Back third, I understand, but that's kind of offset by the cast, which is greater than Metal Gear Solid 1's. Metal Gear Solid has Snake, but beyond that, like Ocelot's
Marrow means something. Ocelot means something.
Marrow, I would not say that at
Otacon
all.
means something.
Fragment is even more than any of those guys.
And I know it didn't affect you guys in the modern day, but the Sniper Wolf death scene is like upheld as like one of like the greatest video game deaths of all time.
Counter again, Aerith.
Fair.
Ooh.
Yeah. I'm at that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think, especially like me, even without even knowing what Final Fantasy VII was, I knew that clip of Aerith getting.
Everyone did.
Aerith.
I combined Meryl and Aerith. Of Aerith getting stabbed.
I'm not as upset at this at the number one as I originally was when I first saw it, because how many things it did in terms of advancing games makes sense.
Let me go back and see how many games should not be above Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater.
I hate you.
Just real quick. Red Dead Redemption 2 should not be above Snake Eater. Uncharted 2 should not be above Snake Eater.
I'm going to venture a guess and say there are at least 20 games that should not be above Kingdom Hearts 2.
Oh, easily.
At least.
But Phil, I think there's 50 games that should not be above Kingdom Hearts 2.
Yeah, I forgot where it was. 80
like
something?
83? 86?
Something low.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
Yeah.
No. There's quite a few games there.
I'll be not crash out, Phil, and I'll say 40.
Even then,
I stand by 50.
Yeah, the fact I think you're
because you
the
put
reference
50 games up, it's still in the 30s.
Yeah, the reverence you hold for that game, I respect it. You're holding it back from amping it up too much.
I think,
but
it's
honestly, it's higher than a lot of.
It should be way higher. This
I
list
appreciate
sucks.
you guys saying that, and for that reason, the next time I pick a game for Game Club, it's going to be Kingdom Hearts 1.
Fuck. Well, Tavin, we walked into that.
He was already going to do that.
I was. It's true.
He's already
But you know.
I was in the back of my mind. I was praying he was going to go to Ratchet 2 next. I was really praying for that. But you know.
Your prayer ran out when he did the first Ratchet. It was set from there.
I was doing a lot of like trying to get like a lot of subtle like legwork in for that. I was like I was texting. I was like, man, you know what I can kind of go for right now? Some randomly I texted
the only
that.
reason I didn't do that is because one, I did the wheel spin for myself, and then two, I was like, I kind of don't want to do a big RPG at this moment. You know.
Do you want to do one in March when we're busy with video game releases?
What big RPGs are coming out in March?
We're coming off of February, which has like 5 big games in it.
Well, too bad. Playing Kingdom Hearts.
Can't wait. I'm just gonna pick. I can pick up my save that I did 3 months ago, right?
Depending on what part of the game.
I'm still very early.
Depending on what part of the game you're in.
I think I finished the first Ring of Planets.
No.
Oh, come on!
Absolutely do.
Come on!
Nope. Gotta restart.
I don't even think I finished the first ring. I think I got to the. I think I like unlocked the last planet or whatever. That's too much. That's so much. That's fucking 8 hours. It's 8 hours, Phil. You're a madman. Anyways, close us out.
Yeah. This list is fucking ridiculous.
4 out of 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, 5.
Not 4.
No. I don't know. What? Bring up. We gotta put the grading thing. What's the Discord? Like the numbers for our ratings. What's 4 and 5 there? ratings?
4 is poor, 5 is fine.
No,
okay,
it's
never mind. It's 4.
That's a poor list.
That's a poor list. That's
Poor
a
list. Poor
Yeah.
list. It's not like terrible, but it's a poor list.
Yeah.
They got some things right.
Some things,
Too many
yes.
glaring problems.
But
Yeah.
like for every one thing we were like, yeah, that makes sense. There were like 2 or 3 that were like, what the fuck is that? Right?
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Baldur's Gate gotta go. Demon Souls gotta go. Titanfall 2 gotta go. Mass Effect 2 gotta go.
Yeah, and that's only naming a few off the top of your head. You know. Anyway,
Call of Duty Modern Warfare.
this of course has been the Piggy Bank, your favorite casual game podcast with your casual game buds. My casual game buds, actually. I've been Phil. It's Tavin, Connor. Check out all of our links in the description below. Make sure to leave a like if you liked it. Let us know what your how wrong this list is to you, and how wrong are we? Maybe you don't completely agree with this list. Let us know what your top 5 PlayStation games are in the comments. I would love to read them. Go ahead and give us a follow on Twitter, all of our social medias, like we said. The fuck are you?
I tried to type in GQ top 100 games.
21,300 sated.
Well,
My keyboard's fucked,
Yeah.
guys.
It really is. You need a new one already. R.I.P. to Tavin's keyboard. He spilled beer on it during the MGS2 review. And once again, thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.